So it's all these factors. Look, this is how it looks. Now, the name of this thread is "You Can't Improve a System Without Data." Oh!
No, I get what people. I just kind of like checked out of my body, and I'm like, "Why am I seeing nipple right now on a podcast?"
It's like you forget that like a couple thousand people will see this.
Dude, don't round up.
Welcome to the Smart Nonsense Podcast, where we talk about entrepreneurship, self-development, challenging norms. But I think we got a new tagline. We've done this before.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
We might have a new tagline to the podcast, so subscribe if you aren't already.
Right. Well, it's a work in progress. I like the idea.
Life's a work in progress.
I don't know how it came up in the first place, but we're just your best friends that talk business.
Oh, it didn't sound as good. It didn't sound as good out loud. It sounded really good in text, so we're going to have to workshop that one offline.
Yeah, it's not very specific, I guess. Oh, my bad, dude. It sounded thick in text.
Pop, my tea is going to be questionable this episode, okay?
Yours.
The reason being, I have not slept now for 2 nights straight.
What do I do with this
reason,
thing,
it's just a huge boom arm. Watch this on YouTube. Your camera's also shaking. Are they attached?
I don't know, dude.
Why are you sitting? You're sitting like I'm interviewing you. This is so weird. I haven't slept in 2 days. Look at me, dude. Do you see my eyelids?
Well,
they're
you never
creased,
really look that good.
But right now they're creased.
Let me get closer.
Oh no, dude. The reason being, so you know how all of our favorite podcasts and YouTubers and all that, they advertise 8 Sleep as like the mattress. Huberman, he's like 8 Sleep changed my life. Tim Ferriss, 8 Sleep changed my life.
It's like $3,000 or something, right?
4. It's 4. And so we started using our $4,000 8 Sleep 2 nights ago.
4,000.
Haven't slept worse in my entire life.
Nice.
I got like Bilbo 5 hours of sleep the first night and about 5 more last night. Last night there was also a thunderstorm, so our child that is a dog freaked out. Slept in our bed.
That's awesome.
Peed on her bed. Why?
Oh,
I don't know. She was scared.
Thunder lightning, dude.
Scaredy cat.
So buddies.
Anyway, I just wanted to kick things off by saying I think 8 Sleep might be bullshit. I'm going to give it a week. But here's the problem. So we go to bed and 8 Sleep's supposed to optimize temperature for your stages of sleep.
Yeah.
The human body's also supposed to do that. So
wait,
I go to bed.
Okay, so I don't mean to interrupt.
So you start with the temperature. Oh, it splits in half, so you can control your own.
Nice. Okay,
yeah, it is nice.
The $4,000 is starting to make more sense. Okay.
Yes, that's a pro. So it uses you put like this cover over the mattress that has basically water pipes running through it, and then you set a temperature. And so you set a temperature to fall asleep. You're supposed to get a little bit colder for deep sleep, and then a little bit warmer for REM, and then the warmest to wake you up.
Nice.
Well, 2 nights in a row, I woke up in deep sleep, freezing my balls off. So, and then I have to go out to the kitchen. I have to open up my phone at 3 a.m. I have to warm the bed up. I have to put clothes on. I fall back asleep. Then I wake up during REM and I'm sweating. Because now I'm wearing clothes and I made the mattress get hotter. So,
dude. Well, here's the thing, though. I think once you dial it in, and it might take a week or 2, once you dial it in, dude, you're going to be sleeping like a baby.
It kind of gets to a Dylanism, which is like, you're telling me that my human body that has been sleeping for 25 years I get good sleep. We didn't get this mattress because we get bad sleep.
Right.
I'm good at sleeping.
Right.
So you're telling me like my body and the evolution inside my body hasn't figured out how to optimize sleep, and like 8 Sleep's going to do it better. I will say I like the data it's giving us. Oh, dude, icing on the cake. After night 1, they give you a 100% sleep score in the app. I'm like, that was a lie. I slept for 5 hours. What
And
kind
I'm
of fake
sweating.
what kind of fake dopamine 100% sleep score is this? The worst night of my life sleeping.
Yeah, that's actually just marketing
100%. And
to
actually,
like
then
make
night
sure it's
2
a
was
good first impression.
97%, night 3 was 94%, but they were better. So it's almost like it feels rigged.
Dude, that's what I think half of all this sleep data is. It's all
Yeah.
just like pretend optimization. I'm like, dude, you know, you want to hear what I do, dude? Crack the window open. Sleep like a baby, dude. That's it. Sleep under the stars. Go on the roof, dude, like the Afghanis. How about that?
You know that thing in so the when you're scuba diving, there's something about like the conductivity of water or something, like it transfers heat much quicker than air. So like you get cold very quickly underwater.
Hey, you study physics. You know why?
I don't want to get into it, Pop. I'd have to think, and I don't
You
want to
should
think
do a
on the
short,
spot.
dude. I'm going to be one of those people that's just telling you shorts to do.
So when I wake up at 2 p.m. and I'm freezing cold because I'm sleeping on water, it's very hard to warm up. It's very hard to warm up.
Well, luckily you have a bink and a dog, apparently.
No, king size bed we don't touch.
Oh, you're not double touch?
No, no, that's an inside joke.
Talk about double touch, dude. You know where I just got back from? I was at a little Pakistani
Work
bar,
lunch?
dude. Pakistani like cafe where it's just all pillows on the floor and everyone's just. It was like an opium den, and I was just, dude. I was bulling with the Bink, and Bink is a girlfriend, especially if they're Asian, and it was sick, dude. You just like drink coffee and everyone's like, it's a chill, relaxed environment. I'm like, I want this to be my home. I love the idea that you can like be sitting and then you just kind of like roll onto the floor if you want. It's so sick to me. I'm like, why isn't all of life just
okay?
6
So
inches
my
off the ground?
follow up is, why were you there at noon on a Wednesday?
Because I'm unemployed.
Oh, okay.
You want to know what I did right before that? I played Padel, dude.
What is Padel?
I mean,
and what's it?
I want to
Nas?
call it paddle. Yeah, with my boy Nas Daily, aka Nasir, easy. Still not getting it right, huh? I don't think anyone does. That's the biggest mistake he's ever made. But that was sick, dude. Dude. Okay, I don't want to talk about like the game very much, but like it was noticeably bad because basically we have like, I don't mean to cut off your sleeping thread, but
no, it was
we
over.
can always come back to it.
It was over, and we can always circle
awesome.
up.
Right, circles.
There's no agenda.
The infinite circle, dude. So yesterday we were at the gym and he like beat the shit out of us at the gym, and I'm like still sore today, just absolutely went 150%, and it's like, dude, this isn't sustainable. I don't know why you're doing this workout. Like he can do it. He's a beast. It was like, did I go over the routine, dude? It was the gnarliest shit ever. It was like 50 push-ups. It was like 3 sets of 50 push-ups straight, 100 sit-ups, wind sprints all around the gym. Dude, I was going to pass out, and I haven't felt like that ever working out. Regardless, burns us to a crisp, and then he's like, we asked him like, hey, do you play sports or you just like work out at the gym? He's like, oh, I play Padel. Like, oh, there's a Padel thing, and one of my buddies is like supposedly plays there. Easy, dude, stutter. Plays there all the time. And then another buddy, I guess, played tennis in like high school a little bit. So we're like, oh yeah, we should play tomorrow. So we go to this court, and keep in mind it's expensive. It's New York. It's like $400 or something for an hour.
What?
Like, the rackets and stuff. Yeah.
Seriously?
I got a thread on that.
You've been playing $400 per hour Padel.
Yeah. Actually, here's the thing, dude. So I'm the one, like, I wasn't the one that organized this at all, but like I'm kind of the link in between the two groups here, like Nasir and like my friend group. So I'm like, okay, I'll book it. So I book it. But dude, the thing with like whenever you pay at a restaurant or like anytime you're paying and people are like, oh, I'll Venmo you, there should be a Venmo tax. It's like,
or a Venmo police.
There's always one friend that just doesn't pay. If there's a group of like 5 people, someone's gonna forget to pay, and then you got to be like a dick. Or you like, luckily we were kind of like funny, and we're like, dude, are you poor? Like, pay me. We'll say that sort of stuff, but most people will just like eat it. Like ICE will just like have friends not pay them. So that's why I try and like round up often because of this tax. But basically, like none of them have paid me yet, and like they're like responding to other things in the chat, and I'm like, I hate being there's such a risk to taking this. But whatever, $400 we'd play this thing, and it turns out like my other two friends are just shit, and they're like they're not good, and it's expensive, and like this guy wanted to play good Padel, and
what is Padel?
Oh, sorry. It's like tennis and squash combined.
Oh, is
tennis
it the
and
cage
racquetball.
one?
Yeah, but it's like walls, so you can smash it off the wall.
Yeah.
It's actually really fun. It's better than pickleball, like infinitely better than pickleball. Really fun, just not fun when you're playing with bad people. So just kind of sucked it up, but it was still fun. Like I just love to rip. I love to rip, and they weren't rippers.
Rip the tea right out of you too. Midday.
Oh,
on
I'm
Wednesday.
testing this new strategy of coming in with lower tea.
Oh, to appear more.
I also want to
cool,
see
more suave, more.
No, it's not intentional. It's more like,
maybe making coherent points.
I get a lot of feedback. Like I'm not like this normally on the podcast. You know, I'm like this is my excited like personality. So it's not congruent with who I am. I don't want to turn it into, remember like podcast number 4 that we did? There's like 240.
No,
but, like,
dude.
Podcast number 4. It was when I first got this mic and I tried to like talk super smart. I think it's called like, I'm trying to talk smart.
Like, give me an example.
I just speak like
I remember
slow.
the early podcasts were debauchery.
It was
you
debauchery,
would just
but
call me swearing.
It might have been like podcast number 6 or something. I named it like I'm trying to sound smart or something. I just wanted to talk like Naval or like Tim Ferriss.
I gotta pull that up, dude.
I don't mean to like turn into that, but I want to give you more breathing room because I hear myself too much. So that's why we're here, dude. I want more threads from you.
You know where you hear yourself too much is in these shitty business episodes we've been putting out. So the date, because I was checked out of those. I listened to one this morning.
Checked out.
I sounded dead inside. Right. And that was because not even I was interested in the business. So I again have to apologize to our audience that is now listening to those, but today is September the 6th. Let me give you a good thread, Pop. So along with other fancy things I have going on in my life right now, I've got a Tesla. I've got a Tesla Model Y, actually. You're going to ride in it tomorrow. Which is another thread, actually. It's sick. Another thread. Maybe we can do it in the in-person podcast. But when you get a Tesla, you can opt to get Tesla insurance. And the cool thing about that is like it just
when you smash your car on day 2.
Well, that's a different story. See, I was dead inside for that episode, so we didn't even get into it. Car's fixed. Don't worry about it.
Nice. Don't lose it.
The cool thing is, when you've got Tesla insurance, it can pull data from the car and it can give you a dynamic premium that changes based on your driving and the safetiness of your driving. So it's things like unbuckled driving, how many forward collisions you get.
Sorry,
collision warnings.
Checked out,
sorry.
But I'm stuck
Check
on
in,
safetiness, dude.
Check in.
You just gotta say safety, dude. You don't gotta add more letters onto safety.
Hard braking, aggressive turning, unsafe following, excessive speeding, late night driving. So if you drive between like 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. So it's all these factors. Look, this is how it looks. Okay. Now, the name of this thread is you can't improve a system without data. Oh!
Getting real hot in here, dude. It's like 100 degrees in here.
Whoa! So
I didn't mean to just block. I just cut off.
So when I first got the car,
hold on. I actually don't want to see it either.
You've done this before with a green screen on the episode.
Well, I just, I get what people. I just kind of like checked out of my body, and I'm like, why am I seeing nipple right now on a podcast? I shouldn't be seeing nipple. Let me put that back on. I'm sorry.
It's like you forget that like a couple thousand people will see this.
Dude, don't run dude.
And there was the whole season of the podcast where you just
that was the lowest of the low.
Didn't wear clothes.
That was when we weren't making money and we weren't viral. We were nothing, dude. I was just home. I was in my house and shirtless. You
had this belief. You were like, I should be doing on the podcast what I would just want to be doing regardless.
Talk about congruency, dude.
Congruent. You're an incongruent triangle, dude. So,
dude. Okay, I won't.
No,
pull on
it's
that
fine.
thread.
It's good to stretch threads along because it'll keep people.
Well,
It'll keep them wanting to close the loop on the Tesla story.
My bank. I was talking to her, my girlfriend, and she was saying like, your life is just constant contradictions.
Dude, it's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. That's what happens when you go extreme. You have to you step on your own toes sometimes.
That's the spiral, dude.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, you just find yourself chasing your own tail. It's confusing. But my bad, dude. Keep going on your Tesla.
My dog does that too.
Safetiness.
My dog that's
well, your
scared
dog
of
sounds really
thunderstorms.
stupid. So
yeah, she is kind of stupid, but we love her. So when I first got the car, I drove like a lunatic, and my score went from 90 to 77, and my premium shot through the roof immediately.
Wait, 90 to 77?
So it's a score from 0 to 100. It starts at 90.
Is this more valid than your 8 sleep score?
Yeah, this is valid.
This is the real deal.
This is the real deal. I have no complaints about this, actually. I was getting like a million forward collision warnings, which means you're going to smack the car in front of you. I was hard braking. I was unsafe following. I wasn't wearing my seatbelt all the time. The name of this thread was you can't improve a system without data. So what's cool is because I had all of that.
The gayest sounding thread, dude. I'm sorry, dude. Sorry for the technology. I just watched Shane Gillis last night. Dude,
I'll finish the thread later. I'll finish
G-bombs and R-bombs, dude.
Yeah, that's his thing.
But it's passable for him. But my bad, dude. So your score's going down.
It checks out. That's also why he got thrown off SNL.
Data
title. Okay. The reason I bring this up is because historically, I've had like State Farm or Geico or Progressive Auto Insurance, whatever.
Nice.
You don't know shit about your driving. No one tells you how you're driving. So what I like about this is once I could see all this data, I actually became a better driver. That's why the title of this thread is you need data.
Right.
You can't improve a system without data.
I should get podcasts out because otherwise we're going to keep talking about
the feedback
cars
loop. That's exactly right. No, it's related. It's related. So now my score's at 93. I'm very happy about that.
You want a feedback loop, dude?
I do.
Okay. So going to Padel this morning, I woke up at 6:20 in the morning, which is unfathomable. Like no reason to be up that early. But it turns out the whole world, like all of New York, gets up at that hour. So they're out like running around. I'm biking, and like the bike lanes are busy at 7 in the morning. And then after Padel, it's like prime time. It's like people are going to work on this bike path that goes all the way downtown. There's just hopping, and like everyone. And I also got like I'm super sweaty. I got my buddy. He's on the back, and he's like grabbing me, and he's like panicking for his life because he doesn't know my safety score, which should be pretty low. It'd be like a 20.
20.
A lot of skirts being thrown around, dude. When you hear skirts, that's
what I'm saying.
40.
If you were, because there's a monetary incentive from Tesla. I can see all the data and I can see the monetary. I get penalized when I drive bad. If you had the same thing for your Super 73, you might become a better driver.
Well, yeah. See, it's kind of like all or nothing. It's like you're either not dead or dead, and so my buddy on the back was panicking because I'm bobbing and weaving through like rush hour traffic, and he's never been on a bike before like this, and he's realizing he has no control over his life, and if we get rear-ended, he's the first one gone. So he wasn't having a good time, but we finally make it to the bike path, and like that's hopping, and like it was just interesting because I've never been out there. Like normally I'm like riding at 11:30 when like no one's on it because it's the middle of the day. It's just like me and Uber Eats guys just fucking buzzing back and forth. And it's actually really funny. Like I just hung out at the tables with some Uber Eats guys yesterday. Just fucking unemployed. But like people are, dude, it's like New York out there because it's like there was a runner that was on the bike path and like he was kind of in the way, and this biker goes by and he's like, "Hey, dude, fuck you." And he's like, "No, fuck you." I'm like, dude, this is New York, dude. And then this biker, he's pedaling and he like goes faster than me. And he's like, "Dude, put yourself on the road, dude. That's a road bike." And I'm like, dude, where am I? Dude? You're going faster than me. And he almost crashes right after he says that to me. So I get a little road rage and I almost like, I like cut him off. And it was kind of fun, I guess. But
what was the name of this thread?
the name of this thread. I was actively thinking of like what was the point of this thread as I was in it.
I'll
Dude,
tell
it's
you
just
what
count your
though.
chickens, dude.
That's the count your chickens thread.
I
I'll
really
tell
shouldn't be
you.
allowed to be on the road with this bike. It's like, it's too much.
I really shouldn't be allowed to be on the road thread. Hey, dude, whatever we got to do tomorrow to get you to be incongruent, I'm stoked on. So I have another thread, and it's called "Travel is absolutely fucking mental." And
Travel is absolutely oh, dude.
I,
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
say
tough.
that because look, I'm like the next guy. I love to travel. I love to get on a plane. I love to see different parts of the world. I love to spend my hard-earned money doing that. But when you
You
got
do
a
work
job to
hard.
do, when you've got a job to do, like
Dude,
written shorts,
you're
travel is
going
absolutely fucking mental.
to.
You might as well just throw your whole life out the window because we're traveling like Sunday and it's Wednesday and I already can't. There's not enough time to do the things I have to do, and
No.
so that's my thread. Travel is
Oh, that was
absolutely
it.
fun. That's
I
well.
thought it was more
So
than a title slide.
on a podcast where there's two hosts. One would be
Yeah.
called the co-host. That would be a great opportunity for the co-host to
Oh,
build on the travel is absolutely fucking mental thread.
right. Well, here's the
But
problem though.
we've got a congruent host,
The
and
reason
that's
why
a problem.
you said you live in Chicago and traveled to come do the podcast here. Haven't shot a podcast in New York, so this is a dangerous loop. Otherwise, I'd know you could just like tag me off and I'd hop right in. But I'll take
Well,
this
it's
field with you.
unclear if you have a shootable studio because your couch moves
Right
every
now,
episode.
you're wondering why it's hostage. Um, dude, let me build off that, dude. I had a thread and then you negged me.
Travel
Travel.
is
Oh, dude, talk about
absolutely
travel like meetings, dude. So okay, we have this travel that's like 10 days, or at least I'm wiped out for 10 days because I'm fucking going to Canada. Um,
it sounds ridiculous every time you say it.
there's
It's
no
like
need.
you're
Oh,
you're going here and then we're going to California and you decided might as well go to Canada
and
and be
drop
gone
5 Gs to go to Canada.
for 10 days.
That's awesome. So so I got this thing, and then like before I go, everyone in the world just happens to want to meet up with me, and
Right,
like,
this is what I'm saying.
but like every meetup is like spaced 2 hours apart, so there's no room for anything. I'm like, oh, this is how people live their normal life. It's just like hang out with somebody, go to the next thing, and just do a little like email work in between because that's the only thing you can get done. And it's kind of like I described it earlier as like you kind of like you build and build and build, and then like you go in like meeting mode. Like you're like, I'm gonna socialize, like kind of capitalize on all this building that I've done. Like, me getting 1 billion views, not us.
Right.
I'm the 80 dude. Then I capitalize because I'm in New York, dude, which is sick. Oh, that's part, dude. Let me tag on your thread.
Look, he's
Um,
alive.
Part of the cool thing is like meeting these people. I don't have to travel except to Canada. All I have to do is let them come to me, which is sick. It's just sick. Like the guy from
Yes.
LA is here. That's why we hung out, and a lot of people just come through. So it's kind of like you're the center of
Yeah, but
everything.
it's the same. It's what you're talking about. It's just like time, dude.
Oh,
It's not even the
that's your
travel.
point.
It's just the bouncing from thing to thing.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm like, you go up, you like hang out, and you go
You got to
back
go
up.
on a tour.
It's just little cycles, but
You
like
create, you go on a road tour, and then you create again. You're on
I
a
just
world
didn't.
tour.
I unintentionally went on a world tour all because I went to the gym. I go to the gym once and I'm on a world tour, dude.
Wait, with Nas?
I
No,
start hanging out.
I'm like, you're on a world tour because you signed off one podcast episode like, I want to do
Right.
crazy stuff.
You're
I
right.
think what you forgot is there's always crazy stuff to do. So immediately you found 10 days worth of crazy stuff to do.
Immediately, dude. It's dude. I didn't. Yeah. So it's sick, dude. I'm glad like when you open the doors, there's a lot of things
Yeah.
to say yes to.
Yeah.
You got more, dude. I got a lot of threads, but I'm just.
Well, I have a lot of them, but they're gonna need a congruent, or rather, an incongruent co-host.
I think. Well, tomorrow I'm in Chicago.
Oh,
So I think we could bang out maybe 10 podcasts.
Cack, a dirty cack. You know what tends to happen when we go from remote pod to in-person pod or in-person pod to remote pod? It's so weird. We just want to shut the whole thing down. So we're gonna have to try and fight against that tomorrow. But I will pick you up in my Tesla. We will work on
we should do
my
an
safety
episode
score.
in the Tesla, dude.
Yeah, dude, why not? It drives itself. That's another thread.
I'm a podcaster now. I don't know if I told you that, dude. It might not sound like it, but that's my life.
Jardon! That's such a ridiculous episode.